Hi y'all, this is Regina. Someone asked, how do you take a picture of your decorative fills, like the ones that I post on the groups, so you can see what the decorative fills looks like. Those are actually quilt blocks, we'll call them. So all I do is create a block in layout and editing. I use an 8-inch hoop, okay, because that's good size, and I click my left, let me back up, I'm going to delete that. You want to go to shapes, click a block, a size that you want, a shape that you want, click your mouse button down and drag it out to fit the hoop, and change it up at the top to decorative fill. We're going to get rid of the satin stitch, we don't want it, we got it at no show. Go to your decorative fills, pull up, this one's the one I just finished, okay. Now this is the default size, because in the decorative fills are at 3.94, but I'm going to change it to the size that'll take up my whole block, and my block is 7.85 inches square. Remember to click maintain aspect ratio over here. Alright, so this is the block that was actually created in Programmable Stitch Creator. So I want to save this block, so I'm going to go File. Okay, so I want to back up, go back to View. If your view is on Stitch, where you see this dotted line, and remember this dotted line shows you that your needle jumps from here to here to start. If you have a whole bunch of these dotted lines, then that means it goes from here and it starts, and if you've got a dotted line coming over here, when it finishes, it's going to jump over here, and before it finishes, it's going to tie off, and it's going to jump, and it's going to put tack down stitch, it's going to stitch a few stitches, and if it jumps again, then that's a tie off, and it's going to jump over to where the next line goes, and so on and so forth. So every time it ties off and it tacks down, those are knots on the back of your project. That's why in the video that I showed on how to create decorative fills, I was stressing you want to get rid of as many of these dotted lines, because each one of those is a jump, a tack down, stitch, 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 a tie off. Those are knots on the back of your project. Alright, got off track. Alright, so this is the size of your block. You want to make a picture of it. Before you make a picture, you want to go to realistic view, and then you want to find your snipping tool. Mine is on the taskbar. If you don't know where yours is, you can come down here to the bottom left, and in the Windows search bar type snipping, and it'll bring up the app, quote unquote, okay, and there it is. Now I saved a picture just a little while ago, so you're going to click up on New. You're going to take your cursor, see how it is a little cross up there, and you're going to click down and you're going to drag out to cover right outside the window. There's your picture. Now you got to save it. File, Save As. I save mine in a folder called Quilt Blocks, because that's essentially what these are. Decorative fill blocks, whatever you want to call them, and I save them in the name of whatever my fills are: floral, fall, diamonds, blah 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 blah. Alright, so I've already done this one, so I'm going to save this as 14A because it's the actual size of the design. So now I'm going to click over here on Layout and Editing. I'm going to click on my design. I want to change the size to 3.94. I usually take 3 different pictures. This one, the big one, and a little bit smaller one. Now remember, if you want to center this more in the block, you can get that little plus sign by clicking on your tools, select tools, and get this little point tool, and you can drag this and get the design where you like it better. So I like that. All right, so we're going to click off. Now, unless you've X'd out of your snipping tool, it's still open. So if you hold down your Alt button on your keyboard and tap the Tab button, it brings all the windows that are open. And we want to go back to the snipping tool. We want to go to New, and we're going to drag and make a box around the box, and then say File, Save As, and this is my B view because it's a little bit smaller, and you would give it a name and save it. We're going to go back. This is just what I do, 2.63. So that gives people a good idea of what it looks like at different sizes. All right, so our snipping tool is still there somewhere, but let's see here. Is that where I really want that? Yeah, now let me move it over just a little bit. Let's go back this way. Back a little bit. There we go. That's where I want them, up just a teensy bit, because I don't like that thing up at the top the way it was. All right, that'll work for me. All right, so we're going to hold down the Alt key and tap the Tab button, get our snipping tool back. If it's on your taskbar down here, you could just click here, click, and then it comes back. All right, so we're going to say New, get your mouse button, click your mouse button down, drag your mouse out to go just outside the box, and then come back and say File, Save As. This will be my C file, okay? And that's how you take pictures. So let's go over and look at those pictures. I'm going to go to my File Explorer. I'm going to go all the way down to where I have my floral blocks. I'm going to make this larger so you can see it. And here's the blocks that we just, this is a duplicate. I'm going to get rid of that. So here's the A block, and the B block, and the C block. And I'm just clicking over here. You can't see it. There's a little, there it is. You can see that one. Previous, there it is. So that's the 3 blocks that we just created. That's how you take pictures of your decorative fill blocks. All right, I hope that helps. Thanks for watching.